Welcome to Season 4 of My Wife the Dietitian, a fun, evidence-based weekly podcast about nutrition and healthy living.
On today's show, we're talking about the importance of exercise and how moving your body just a few minutes a day can add years to your life. Stay with us.
Enjoying the show? You can help others find it and enjoy it too by giving us a 5-star rating or review. If you feel like reaching out to us with a question or comment, you can send us an email at mywifetherd@gmail.com. And don't forget to visit our website at mywifethedietitian.com, as well as our social media pages. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Enjoy the show. Welcome to My Wife the Dietitian. Hello, Sandra.
Hi, Rob.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
Good.
I know, right?
We should stand up for our health.
Right now?
Yeah. That's what we're talking about.
We'll do an episode standing, a standing episode.
Did you know what makes the biggest difference to health? What has the biggest impact and the biggest return on investment for your health?
Having a super loving wife.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's number one above everything. It trumps everything.
You're so funny. That's not what I was going to say.
No, but I'm not wrong.
But I love your answer.
Okay,
Thank you.
There we go.
That's
See,
awesome.
healthy wife, healthy life, or something like that.
That works.
Happy wife, happy life. There you go. That's what
I
I'm
like,
thinking of.
healthy wife.
Yeah, happy. Yeah, it's all good.
That's
okay,
funny.
so what's your answer?
So this intervention or prescription, if it was a pharmaceutical, if any pharmaceutical could do what this does,
if you could bottle this,
it would be the biggest medical success ever.
Well then, I'm on pins and needles here waiting. Tell me.
Well, then you should stand up for your health.
Oh, is that what it is? I need to stand more?
You need exercise.
Oh, exercise.
10 minutes, 3 times a day, walking. Exercise.
Yeah, I get that. I don't get the exercise. I mean, I get that exercise is the magic key because so many of us just can't squeeze it in. And we've said this before. It kind of like, for whatever reason, isn't the number one priority in people's lives. It's like, if I have time, I'll exercise. Or I don't have time to go to the gym, I'll do it tomorrow, right? It's always the thing that gets bumped. And there's so many people, myself included lately, actually, where I'm so busy doing my regular stuff that I'll go to bed at night and I didn't get any exercise that day.
Well, you know that people that have dogs, they have 67% rate of getting the required 30 minutes a day. If you own a dog. Yeah.
Well, thank God we have a dog because I don't think I would be going for a walk in the morning if we didn't have a dog. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need to walk the dog more often.
Totally.
Because then that would be my daily exercise. I mean, I'm on my feet all day. I'm moving. I'm sure I'm getting a form of exercise. It just doesn't feel like exercise. I'm just wandering from A to B. But yeah, dogs are a great reason to exercise. You kind of have to.
Well, we know that the CRF, the cardiorespiratory fitness, the low fitness equals, it's the strongest predictor of death.
Oh, wow. Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's
it's
something
so important.
That's something you measure?
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
It was measured. And I was just involved in a webinar all about dementia and preventing dementia. I work in long-term care with people with dementia.
Right.
And this is a big part of it is exercise. And I'm not talking about like exercise sounds so daunting. I'm talking about getting off the couch.
Movement.
Getting out of your desk chair. Getting out of your car. And definitely getting out of bed. Being horizontal is the first step in death. Literally. If you're horizontal, you're rotting.
Well, and it's the last step in death, too, if you think about it.
I mean, sleep is super important. Good quality sleep, 6, 7, 8 hours. But any more than that, get off your bed. It is not
beneficial to your health.
It's exactly what happens with astronauts. When they go up into space, guess what? They lose bone density, they lose muscle mass because they are floating. They don't have gravity. And if you are lying in the bed, horizontal, same thing.
Yeah, true.
So it's really, really, really important to move your body. That's what humans do.
You know what's funny is there's a real focus in, I work in home renovation kind of, well, I'm a furniture builder, but I'm involved in home renovations a lot as well, and home design and that sort of thing. And there's a real focus on making your bedroom like a spa, making it like super cozy and comfy and big pillows and like nice and calm so that you just want to be there all the time.
Oh, well, no, I get the idea of having a nice, cozy bedroom.
No, I do too, but let me finish because I think I've seen this somewhere or read it that in certain countries, the bedroom is just like plain Jane. It's just like a bed and that's it. And its only purpose is to sleep. Like it's not designed to spend a lot of time in there the way, in North America, our bedrooms, like I said, we've got TVs in there. We've got these big cushy beds and pillows and all these amenities that make it like you never want to get out of bed. It's the most comfortable place in the whole house. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of like encouraging us to stay and put our feet up all the time.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, if you're online and you're working or you're just online or watching TV, this is really hazardous to our health. Like, we're taking in a lot of information into our brain, but prehistoric times, we could, if there's something that is threatening us, we run. Mm-hmm. But nowadays, stress happens, cortisol increases in our body, and we don't run. We don't move our body. We just take it all in, and it's so bad for our health. And for us to just go lie down.
Yeah, it's gonna catch up to us.
It does catch up to us. We know that the rates of dementia are increasing, and we know that the sitting disease or being sedentary is increasing like exponentially.
Yeah, for sure it is.
We know that exercise is neuroprotective for the brain. It's so important. It's almost like, we know that it's good for our heart. We know exercise is super good for our heart, but we can almost say that it is equally or actually more important for our brain. It improves oxygenation, and the brain is such a metabolic organ. It's got capillaries all over, and we need the capillaries to help move nutrition around, but the exercise triggers and releases certain neurotransmitters like serotonin and norepinephrine. The brain-derived neurotrophin, so it's called BDNF. It's a brain-derived neurotrophin factor. Mm-hmm. It's just like Miracle-Gro for the brain. That's what it's been referred to.
Miracle-Gro is like your plant fertilizer, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, but for your brain. Crazy.
Yeah. It's a certain neuroprotective factor, and it actually creates new neurons and synapses.
And you get that through exercise?
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
And it actually has shown to increase your brain volume.
So not only your muscles get bigger, but your head gets bigger too? Is that what you're saying?
The brain,
your
the
brain
organ.
gets bigger.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at that.
It's amazing, eh?
Win-win.
Yeah. If any pharmacological...
Oh, don't even put that out there, or it's going to be bottled and sold for hundreds of dollars. And then people won't feel like they have to exercise anymore. No, we'll just buy this supplement. We'll be all set.
We know that the brain has neuroplasticity. That means it can change, it can improve, and it's highly plastic. So it changes over time. And exercise, so helping the body and the brain get more oxygen, can really improve how our brain works.
I don't think I've heard that before, like the relationship between exercise and brain health.
Really?
Yeah.
Incredible. I'm so glad you said that.
Maybe I'm out of the loop, but I mean, I think when you think of exercise, you think of your cardiovascular health and, you know, your body, your ability to move and function with your body, your limbs and whatnot, right? Growing muscle and that sort of thing. But yeah, your brain health, that's huge.
It's huge. Yeah, exactly. And we know that there was a study in Australia and it showed basically that people who watch TV for over 6 hours a day can expect to live 5 years less at the end of their life.
Dang, really?
Yes.
5 years less.
Yeah.
And over what period of time? Like how many hours a day?
6 hours a day.
On average.
On average, which is pretty much the North American average for sitting and watching TV.
Wow.
So we're not even talking about like you get in your car, you sit in your car, you go to work. You sit in your desk while you work 8 hours. You get back in your car and you come home and you sit on the couch and watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
We know that just watching TV for 6 hours a day can lead to 5 years less of your life for longevity. So think about, I don't think they've studied the people that basically get in their car, go to work, sit at the desk.
Watching a computer screen all day.
Come home, sit on the couch and watch a movie or TV. It's the sitting disease.
Yeah, that's crazy. And it's so true, though, because, I mean, like, our world is focused around computers, and we all have computers in our life. Some of us, that's our job. Like you said, you know, we're sitting staring at the computer screen. I mean, that's part of my job with this podcast is all the editing I do. There's a few hours a day of looking at a computer screen. So you really have to make an effort to move and get out and prioritize exercise.
Yeah, absolutely. 23 and a half hours. So half an hour a day of that 24-hour period devote to exercise.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it seems easy when you say that.
Well, and it's 10 minutes 3 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that actually if you increase it, like if you're doing an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours a day, it doesn't actually make much more of a difference. The big difference comes when you aren't active and then you start being active for half an hour a day. That's it. Half an hour a day.
Yeah.
So what can people do?
Take much. Well, yeah. I mean, like if you're doing nothing, then that's even easier because it's just like, okay, just walk around the block. Yeah. Park a little further when you go grocery shopping and walk that extra little distance in the parking lot.
Dance while you're making dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
Dance in the kitchen.
Forget things a lot, so you have to walk back and forth. That's how I get my exercise. Is like, where the heck did I leave my phone? Oh, it's way downstairs. I do so many flights of stairs in our house because I forget things, which is kind of ironic because that's what we're trying to prevent is dementia, which is, you know, part of dementia is forgetting things. And anyway, yeah, just make some laps in your house, get out, do some yard work. That gets you outside. It's fun to play in your garden.
Yeah, exactly. I think the key to any exercise is fun and consistency.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's fun, you're going to probably keep doing it. That's really key. And consistency is keep doing it. So consistency is like just daily or even through the week, the things you do that are moving your body, that's really important. Just keep doing it. So if you start something that you do not like, you're probably not going to keep with it. But if it's something that you're having fun with, so if it's social and if it's active and there's complicated things you have to do, say dancing or like sports, like if there's like volleyball or squash or any kind of sport, then that actually helps with your brain. Like you're having to figure out how to...
Yeah, it's a skill-based exercise.
Yeah, so you're using your brain to do that. Plus you're using your muscles, your hand-eye coordination, all that, and then social. And if it's competitive, then you're like trying to get better. So all these things are really important. And even just gardening is fun, just getting out there and like getting your hands dirty and squatting in the garden and using your muscles to dig the earth or just going for a walk to get the mail, whatever it is, just Get up off the couch, get up off the chair, and move the body. It is so important for your long-term health and quality of life.
I think part of the problem too with our perception of exercise is we have the expectation of results. So many, through social media, the things we read online, magazines, whatever, we expect that exercise, the purpose of exercise is to change your body, is to get muscle and to get thin or to get, toned, like we think that we need to see results. But the thing with the basic exercise that we're talking about today, there isn't any visible results per se. You're not going to get ripped by walking around the block for 10 minutes a day. The results are invisible. But if you know that you're actually doing something amazing for your body and your longevity and your long-term health, and you're preventing all of these diseases that you don't want to get when you're older, then that's a good incentive to get out and get moving. You're not, like I said, you're not going to see this ripped body in the mirror. That's not the purpose of this kind of exercise. That's a different sort of exercise, which is important too, but this is like basic level exercise and just getting moving. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, it's true. And there was a case study I was watching a webinar with a person who had dementia, and the case study involved nutrition, of course, because it was a nutrition webinar, but it was also a lifestyle. So exercise was incorporated, and they had resistance training twice a week and cardio 5 times a week and meditation, which is so important for the brain too. And we've done some episodes about meditation, which is so key for kind of like checking out, like to help your brain just turn off for a while. Mm-hmm. After a year for this particular person, massive improvement in their dementia. Actually, they reversed the dementia. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so that was exercise and some dietary changes, like taking out some of the sweets that they had often, mm-hmm. and just making sure that they're getting their fish and their plant-based, like the rainbow of colors. So mm-hmm. lots of different colors of fruits and vegetables and some yogurt. So, and getting certain supplements like their B complex and different supplements that completely helped with the progression and actually halted the dementia. So,
wow, that's amazing.
The exercise was a big part of it. And it is so key for people to keep moving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
10 minutes, 3 times a day. Just stand up, move around, go for a walk. That's all we're saying. It's not even that much. Mic drop.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was trying to do the mic drop without hurting my microphone. But yeah, that's it. Bottom line, just make it a priority to move every day, mm-hmm. even if it's for 5 minutes. And the thing is if you say, I'm going to go for 5 minutes, you're not going to go for 5 minutes. You're probably going to go for 10 or 15. So once you start walking, you're going to keep going because it feels good and you're out there anyway. And, so all you have to do is kind of like convince yourself to go for 5 minutes and you'll end up getting 10.
Totally. And we know that it'll boost your mood. Like you said, it revs up your metabolism. It will help your energy levels. It'll improve your quality of sleep, mm-hmm. and it'll improve your muscle.
Yep. And your sex life.
And your brain.
All of those things. They're all good. So there you go. If you want more great ideas like that, join our newsletter. That's a weekly newsletter. You can subscribe on our website, mywifethedietitian.com. Many, many people have joined and are enjoying all of the great tips that we send out every week. So join the club. Join in the fun. You can read it while you're walking around the block. If you have questions that you'd like us to answer, to talk about on the podcast, you can send us an email at mywifetherd@gmail.com. You can also visit us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Feel free to leave a message, leave a comment, give us a like at least. If you like the show, rate and review. That's a great way to help us know that you like it. Don't be afraid to leave some critiques. If there's things that you think we could change or improve upon, we're happy to listen to those reviews as well. You can also share with friends. One friend, that's all you have to do. Just tell one friend that you like the show, then it's something worthy of their time, and maybe they'll join in the fun too. That is it. If you want to hear more, we will be back on Wednesday with Nutrition Nuggets. So until then, have a fantastic week, everyone. Get out and get moving. Thanks for joining us today on My Wife the Dietitian. If you like what you heard, don't be shy. Leave us a comment or review, and be sure to share our podcast with your friends. If you'd like to hear more, hit that subscribe button. You can also follow us on our social media pages for updates, episode trailers, and other odds and ends. For more info and links on what we discussed on today's episode, check the show notes. We'll be back next week with another informative and fun-filled episode.